I don't know. Let me see. We good. We good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. All right. So Saturday afternoon, as promised, as usual, as scheduled. And this is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752. Let's get it popping. So today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, we are talking about no love, no hate, no nothing. So we're basically talking about when it's really hard to read somebody's emotions. Like, you don't know what they're thinking. Now, for some people, that might not seem like a big deal. Like, listen, man, sometimes you need to just let people express themselves the way they want to express themselves, and that's true. But other people might feel like it's really hard to get to know a person that you're trying to get close to and that claims that they're trying to get close to you if they never show you anything. Sometimes you just need a little bone. You just need a little bone. Like, let me know that I'm here. Let me know that you see me. Let me know what's going on with you. Because obviously everybody has a life, especially if they've risen to the level of being a full-fledged adult. Like, you grown. So you know how it is when you grown. You go through things. Things happen in your life. Can y'all hear me? We good? We good on the audio? We good? We good? Hold on. Because I'm using... This is supposed to be an upgrade on the camera. And if I ain't feeling it, I have no problem going back to Old Faithful. You know what I'm saying? Because from what I'm seeing, the background is supposed to be green. I don't know if it looks green, and I mean green, like regular green, not teal or whatever, but on my monitor, it looks teal. On the camera, it looks green like it's supposed to. What color is it where y'all are? Let me know, y'all. But we about to get this thing popping. But like I was saying, there are people who wear their heart on their sleeve and you can really tell what they're thinking most of the time, and you can tell what they're thinking. I mean, and you can tell how they're feeling. And then you have some people who are poker faced a lot. And it's not that they're not feeling anything or thinking anything. It's just that they don't always show their hand. So maybe they have been trained or they've learned in some way throughout their lives not to really show everybody or anybody what's going on with them. They could be processing their thoughts differently than other people process their thoughts. But anyway, so there's somebody who you're dealing with and you're trying to figure out, like, how do I know who this person is, what they're thinking, how they're feeling or whatever. For all I know, they could be in trouble. They could be in some kind of emotional trouble, but I can't tell because they ain't giving me nothing. They ain't giving me nothing. How y'all feeling today? Give me nothing, no way. Poker face, stone face. I don't know if they love or really hate. Gotta do something, but they giving me nothing. I wish that I had a little something from you. Yeah, a little something from my boo. They ain't giving nothing, baby. Please give me a little something, baby. Yo, smile, maybe a frown. Let me know if you want me to go downtown. That's the way to my love. Downtown. That's the... So y'all understand what I'm talking about. So what's going on? Let me holler at my peoples. What's going on? My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on? My brother Ansel Jones. Cheryl Halsey, good to see you, man. Always good to see you. And thank you so much. You know what I'm talking about. And also Stacy White, morning, noon, and no. Yes. What up, Stacy? What's going on? How you feeling? T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly and your site, even though you come on Carry now. You can always change that. Dimples D's, what up, Dimples? What up, Dimples? What's good? How you feeling? Marvina Bigby, coming on through. I appreciate y'all. Saturday. Make sure I catch it. Yeah. No, 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 no. Run it back. Run it back, run back. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the rrrr. And if you can't say Omar with the rrrr, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about no love, no hate, no nothing. No love, no hate, no nothing. So we're talking about people whose emotions and thoughts are extremely hard to read, almost impossible. I don't know if they have a royal flush or just one pair. I don't know, because the poker face is real, son. Yo, the poker face real. I wish I had a sandwich right now. Hungry as a motherfucker. Hope they don't hear my stomach growling. As a matter of fact, my stomach not growling. Shut up, stomach. Stop snitching. No snitching. We ate yesterday. We're going to eat again today. Stop bitching. But seriously, so when a person's emotions or thoughts are really that hard to read, you don't know if they like you. You don't know if they pissed off about something. You don't know if they having a good day, a bad day, or whatever. It almost seems like some type of a mental or emotional disorder. Because I mean, somebody's emotions, somebody's thoughts should not be that hard to read. And we know, well, I know, like you probably know, that there are some people who practice at this thing, practice their poker face, practice looking like and acting like they don't have any type of emotions. And I mean, and that's their choice to do that. But just like it's their choice to act like they don't see anything, know anything, or think anything, it's also your choice to require that in order to be in your presence or to be romantically involved with them or be good friends or be close with them or business associates. Sometimes you need what you need. The same way that they may have a need not to show their hand, you may require or have a need to see what somebody's thinking because it builds trust. It's hard to build trust with somebody who you feel like you don't know and who doesn't want to give you a chance to know them. For all you know, they might be part of the Epstein files. Yo, was you part of the Epstein files? You ever go to you ever go to the island? You ever go to the island? The island? You ever go to the island? Like, you don't know. So that's why I said no hate, no love. The reason that I called it no hate, no love, no nothing is because there are some people normally built, born under the sign of Pisces that don't talk bad about anybody. So sometimes you don't know whose side they on. Now they have select people that they'll let know like, no, I don't, that ain't, I don't like, or the one, but when we're talking about people who don't show their emotions at all or talk or ever express their feelings about anybody, like you don't know how they feel about them. Have you ever thought that you were friends with somebody only to hear rumors and reports and, people coming to tell you like, yo, such and such they don't rock with you like that. And you're like, how? Every time I see him, it's all love. It's all good. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing but pounds and handshakes and daps and hugs and loves and convo. Hey, how you doing? How your people? That's what they show me. Like, yeah, well, I'm telling you, now mess with you like that. Well, with a person that doesn't show any type of emotion or never talks about anybody, you may not know how they really feel about somebody. And that somebody might be you. It might be you. Woo, 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 woo. Blood fart, what's good? What's good, man? I haven't seen you in at least a few weeks. My peoples, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill, sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. Always good to see you, my brother. Always good to see you. You already know. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my toys away and I'm gonna stuff these under the bed, and I'll be right back. Well, I'm not really gonna go nowhere as far as the audio is concerned. You will be able to hear me. Like check 1 2, check 1 2, check it to check 1 2. Yeah, we here, baby. We here. We is here. We in here. We up in here. So okay. All right. So yeah. So no love, no nothing. Like, yo, I don't know how the nigga feel about niggas. I just don't know. Now, I think, now I could be wrong because I don't know everybody, haven't been around everybody, haven't experienced everybody or everything that everybody else has experienced. But it seems to me that more men have this type of affliction where you can't tell what they're thinking or they may be so hesitant to show what how they feeling and what they're thinking or whatever. And it's not just their emotions that they're not expressing. Like, you may not know nothing. Like, they're giving you nothing, son. You got nothing. Like, how is it? You know what I mean? I've been friends with you for years, and I gotta dig, I gotta figure out, I gotta look at your papers when you go to the bathroom or something. I gotta go on your phone. I mean, that's crazy. That's extreme, right? Nobody would want a friend like that. But if you're the type that's really, really irritated or actually uncomfortable with somebody not ever experiencing their emotions or their feelings or their thoughts or nothing, like, how do you even have a conversation with somebody like that? So I think that most men, I think we're talking about men mostly when we're talking about this kind of phenomenon. But I know for a fact, just dealing with my own daughter, like, talk about keeping your cards close to your vest. I'm like, I hope you got eyes on your chest, because I ain't even see you look at your cards. Did you memorize them? There can be things that happen in a person's life that may compel them to clam up. Like, some people will let you tell all of your business. They'll let you talk all about yourself. And they will agree, like, oh, yeah, they will have a conversation about you. But when they come to their stuff, like, no, I ain't never been nowhere, done nothing, seen nothing, heard nothing, experienced nothing. I wasn't even thinking nothing. It's funny you should ask. I was over here just thinking about nothing. More nothing incoming. So, when a person doesn't express themselves to you, when a person doesn't tell you what's going on, you don't know how to protect them. You don't know. You don't know what they're afraid of. Speaking of being afraid of something, that might be one of the times when you get a little bit of intel about the window to their soul or their world. You saw they saw a bug or a mouse. It's like, wait a minute. Like, all right, so they scared of mice or bugs. But that ain't enough, son. It ain't enough. You know what I mean? That ain't enough, dog. Dog, that ain't enough. We need more. But sometimes you got to eat that. North Memphis. Why tell people your business? Exactly. You don't have to. You definitely do not have to and are not required to tell anybody your business. But what we're talking about, okay, you may not need to know somebody's business, or you may not need to tell anybody your business. But let me ask you this, North Memphis. Have you ever gone on a mission and it was a dangerous mission? You ain't tell nobody what was going on. You know what I mean? You could have been going to go see a chick, because I'm assuming that you're a man. You could have been going to go see some chick. Now, the thing about going to go see some chick that's new, like, you don't know who's going to be there. You don't know, unless you know the neighborhood or know somebody from there or whatever. You might go to her crib. You don't know if she has somebody outside, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody inside. You going to go see her probably because she pretty, you know what I mean? She cutie, you know what I mean? Got that thing going on, get the thing, so you going to go, you definitely going to go take this ride. But you ain't tell nobody where you was going. You ain't tell nobody. It could have been on some underground shit. Maybe you knew that she was messing with somebody else that you knew or whatever. I'm not assuming that you went to nothing like that. But the bottom line is you went somewhere where you didn't tell nobody where you was going. And then when you got there, you wish that you had told somebody where you was going, because shit got hairy, shit got scary, shit got dangerous, you know what I mean? It wasn't a good look for you. So, yeah, you opted not to tell nobody what was going on because you thought you was going to just go there, get your little, you know what I'm saying? Wash your mans off and get back to the crib. But it ain't go that way. You might have ran into, her ex might have We started knocking on the door. It was like boom, boom, boom. Oh shit. You stuck in the crib or whatever. You know, things like this can happen. It could have been, it don't even have to be that. You could have been driving somewhere, maybe a couple of towns over or whatever. And are you from North Memphis, right? So you made a a trip to Orange Mile. You went to Orange Mile, right? So you went to Orange Mile. You could have got a flat when you went to Orange Mile. Tire blowout when you went to Orange Mile. Car broke down when you went to Orange Mile. Somebody, you got in an accident with somebody, or somebody fucked up your car when you went to wherever you was going in Orange Mile. You didn't tell nobody where you was going. But now, when you call to ask for help, now you got to answer all of these crazy questions. Like, well, what you doing in Orange Mile? I mean, you don't know nobody in Orange Mile. You in Orange Mile? Well, yeah, I had to go out to Orange Mile because, I bought a phone off of somebody that lived in Orange Mile off of Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. And so, like I said, you don't have to tell anybody your business, but it can get a little crazy sometimes when you don't tell nobody nothing. You know? Warren G wrote a song about a regulate. Well, he didn't necessarily not tell nobody where he was going. But I'm just trying to give you an example of, it's not all about, you know, telling everybody your business or whatever. You know, you don't have to give nobody your medical report or let them know that you've been lusting after this chick from third grade since you was in fourth grade. You don't have to. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is there's nothing wrong with having somebody that you can trust, that you can tell what's going on with you. Because one thing I've learned over the years about building trust with somebody is you got to talk. They have to know what's going on with you, at least to the point where they feel like they know you well. Because when you don't think you know somebody, how are you going to trust them? You going to put money in somebody's hands that you know that you don't know? You going to trust your loved ones, your babies, your woman, brothers, sisters, in the care of somebody that you don't know? Like, I don't know what they do. I don't know what they think. I don't know how they roll. I ain't do no background checks. So sometimes there's a few requirements that are necessary in order for you to get it popping with somebody, just to feel comfortable. Okay, so yeah. When I was younger, I did that. Now I just go home. I hear you, dog. I hear you. Okay. Yo, welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I wasn't expecting that. Yo, all right. But anyway, so y'all, like when you are dealing with somebody who, I'm telling you, they're not giving you nothing. They're not giving you nothing. They're not telling you nothing. Yo, you know listen, I don't want to paint a negative profile of people who don't say nothing, but you got to admit, you know what category of people never tell none of their business about how they feel or what they do or what they desire? Serial killers. You never know how many bodies they got. You never know when they went out and killed somebody last night or a few people. They sure keep their cards close to their vest. It's a fact. People who have deep, dark, sinister secrets, yeah, they real good at hiding their emotions. They call that being pathological. You know the term pathological liar. Well, it ain't always about lying. Sometimes they are pathological not saying nothing. I didn't lie. Nobody asked, and I ain't tell nobody. Speaking of bodies, I got some in the crawl space under my crib. I got some in the storage space. I ain't know what to do with the body. I had to go. It's stinking over there. I put some lye on them. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's how I got caught anyway. You know what I'm saying? Interesting thing about serial killers is they a lot of times they give up a confession. Like, hold on, you didn't tell nobody about all these people you killed, but the detective got the truth out of you? Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, over there in West Hampton? Yeah. I remember her. I killed her. And she had a dude with her. I killed both of them. I just, you know what I mean? I did him like the son of Sam. Bow, bow, left him there. You know what I'm saying? Had a potato on the barrel and shit, you know, it ain't make a lot of sound. I know somebody heard it because I heard it, but I just remember how it sounded when the bullet penetrated it. But anyway, that's what we talking about today. So what I'm about to do, I said, what I'm about to do is I'm about to go get my seat over here because I've maxed out my time that I have to stand up. Like I have a certain amount of time. Speak. No, I ain't gonna go. Before I go anywhere, I'm gonna let y'all in on my business. I'm a little pissed off right now because I take good care of my teeth. My teeth are white, and so I don't have to make a lot of trips to the dentist because I take care of my teeth, so I don't get like toothaches and cavities and all of that. But teeth are like bones, and bones wither away. They get brittle. They get older, and teeth have sometimes teeth can chip off, and my molar, all the way in the back of my mouth, near my wisdom tooth, or where my wisdom tooth would have been, broke today. I'm going to show y'all something. These two little chips are pieces of my tooth that broke. So now I gotta go to the dentist. Let me get this a little closer, a little focus. Maybe if I put it in my hand. Yeah, that's pieces of my tooth. And now I keep taking my tongue and putting it where the tooth broke, like, because now I can't ignore that. I'm like, no, I broke my tooth. TMI, WTF, I don't know. But yeah, it broke my tooth. I'm like, as long as I be brushing, I've made videos about brushing your teeth and oil pulling and all those shit. Tooth had nerve to break over nothing. It wasn't nothing that I ate or nothing like that. It just said, it just broke away from the pack. Two pieces. The other piece. I ain't gonna front. I feel some kind of way about that. I'm trying to take care of my choppers, yo. So, Marvina says some people assume the worst is that the worst in everyone they meet. Some do. I don't know if member said, bro, I went and subscribed, but I already wait. Bro, I went subscribed, but I'm already am. Oh, you already subscribed. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. No, people that are reclusive need a confidant. Mine is Jesus. Okay, I don't talk to no one. Damn, talk to no one. Well, so when you are stressed out or anxious or afraid or whatever, like, what do you do? Marvina says, at least your dentist ain't in person or in prison for tax evasion. Now you got me wondering where that came from and how you know. You never know. You know, dentists are always into some bullshit. They are. Dentists are always into some sinister shit. Know what I mean? With that laughing gas. But anyway, no love, no hate, no nothing. Have you ever been romantically involved with somebody that was really hard to get emotions out of? Because that's when it gets really tough. When you're dealing with a man or a woman that ain't telling you nothing. This is bigger than just somebody not telling you that they love you or something like that. What? Yo.
You have a call from Rita.
Rita, welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Thank you for calling in this afternoon. What's on your mind? What's good? Are you there?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what happened there, but so this subject is close to home because this is something I had to grow out of. Yeah. So, as a child, I was a very candid child, very, very serious. And I know I mentioned it on the show before, but I don't think we ever really went into it. And then I really didn't like people. I don't necessarily like people very much now, but like I like who I like.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, emotionally detached because I didn't trust people. And I would watch. I was the youngest out of a very large family. And so I would watch people and how they moved. And I didn't like how people moved. And so I adapted in a way that made me emotionally detached. So then when I finally started to date, that was something that whoever I dated pointed out. It's like I would give them enough to let them know that I liked them, but it was hard to get there.
Okay.
And it was hard to get there. And I just wasn't always forthcoming with my I would be forthcoming with my thoughts, but not my feelings, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. It does. It does. It makes sense in the physical, in the mental. I couldn't say whether it made sense or not. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? It's just yeah. Anyway, go ahead, continue.
No, I mean, I regret, and I try not to do anything that I regret, but I do regret leaving or leaving people confused as to how much I cared.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I was like, I'm doing certain things that should show it, to show how much I care or how much I love you, even if I'm not always saying it. And so, after a failed marriage, we've talked about his part of it, but and we all have our part when a relationship fails, however big or small. And I know that my ability to compartmentalize and detach played a part in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so this is something that I try to work on. And I don't know if you remember me telling you about the guy that I was dating, who bought me the crab legs. But I be telling him all the time that I love him. How I feel. And then I think he's great and all of this other stuff. That's something I wasn't, I didn't do before.
Okay.
But like I said, I had to grow into it. With each relationship, I got a little better at it. So.
All right. So how much do you?
That's all I wanted to share, but
How much would you say trust played into your decision to, kind of be closed off or more reserved? That maybe I could say.
Oh, I was closed off. That was a proper assessment. Trust was the biggest part. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't really trust people, and I especially didn't trust people as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult.
Wait, can you hold on for a second?
I did not.
Hold on.
Sure. You have a call from.
Yo, turn your device down. You real noisy. You real noisy right now. Stacy, turn your device down.
All right. Get down.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not down enough. Turn it off.
It's off.
All right. Go ahead, Rita.
Oh. Yeah, I was just saying that. Oh, can you put yourself on mute? Because there's a lot of noise coming from your line.
Yeah. Yeah, Stacy, put yourself on mute.
It's like hurting my ear. I don't have myself. I don't even know how to do that.
You don't know where the mute button is?
I don't know. No, because I don't. No, I don't.
All right, hold on. All right.
Hello?
Oh, sorry about that. All right. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have Stacy call back in when you're off the line, because that was a lot of noise. That was a lot of noise. So anyway.
It literally hurt my ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
You good? Go ahead.
Oh no, you had asked me.
Okay. Oh yeah, my bad. So all right.
Whether or not trust played a part in it, and it absolutely did. I didn't feel as if my peers were trustworthy. And then family members were trustworthy, but to a point. Not enough for me to show all of my emotions. So, because but when it comes to family, they think it's funny to tell your business or to make fun of you and stuff like that. So I just chose not to put myself in a position where they could do that.
Mm. Okay. Making fun of you. Yeah. Now that could definitely be something that would make you, start to watch the things that you say to and around people, and probably watch your conduct. But I'm getting, for the purposes of this show, I'm getting deeper into it. Like, whereas this may not even be necessarily a trust issue that you can identify. What the kind of person that I'm talking about is somehow they've developed this persona. Devoid.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I think I know. Let me not say I know. I believe sometimes it's a trauma response. I know for me it was that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's part of it was my personality.
Okay.
Like I was literally born that way, and then the trauma. All the trauma did was solidify the lack of trust in people.
Mm. Okay. So I'm under the impression that when you trust somebody or you're comfortable around a person, then it's easier for you to let certain things be known. But even for some people who may have found the person that they feel like they can trust, it doesn't necessarily mean that they will tell everything or tell some important things that are going on with them, because they still may not be able to trust to a level that they feel like maybe this is not necessarily a trust thing, but if you're in a situation where
You're
maybe
describing it correctly.
huh?
You're describing it correctly.
Well, what I'm saying,
Absolutely describing
well,
it correctly.
we're not talking about you specifically, but I'm talking about like when it's a situation where you know how we've all done things that we were ashamed of, even though we may have found out later that it wasn't really anything to be ashamed of. You know, I've known. Think about it. There's some people who wear a face full of makeup because they have acne or they have skin that's not totally smooth. You know what I mean? And shit like that. So you know the things that people will go through to cover up a pimple. You like, yo, it's a pimple. It's a rite of passage. Everybody gets them. Well, not everybody goes through like really bad acne, but everybody gets a pimple somewhere, even if you don't get it on your face. You understand what I mean? But depending on how you've grown up and what your perspective on the world is, you know, a pimple might be a big thing to you because it may cause unwanted attention to you, and you may be in a point at your life at a point in your life where you really don't want to be seen, and it's a different type of insecurity because it's not born out of being teased or ridiculed or humiliated or even spoken to. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, there can be other things that can influence this. And this person that's ashamed of this pimple or this dimple or this hair texture or this skin tone or your complexion, whatever. They may not know how to deal with this. And so they may just internalize it. And then they may learn how to internalize more and more and more. So as time goes on, the less they're expressing, and then that becomes just a part of their persona. Now, the reason why this can be so such a serious issue when you are dealing with somebody romantically is because one thing about dealing with somebody romantically, like, you know, as your man or your woman, you know, you want to feel like, first of all, you're sharing your body. And more times than not, when you're sharing your body with somebody, you want to feel like you can share your thoughts, your mind, your heart. It's really hard to get comfortable laying down with somebody if you don't feel like you can tell them what's going on with you, or if you think that they won't respond positively, or at least neutrally to something that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So when we talk about not showing any emotions, you know that old cliche, talking to you is like talking to a brick wall.
A brick wall. Mm-hmm.
Well, people normally say that when they're talking about dealing with somebody that's stubborn. But when you're talking about dealing with somebody who just ain't talking, or you just can't tell what they're feeling or thinking, that may make it hard for you to please them. It may make it hard for you to surprise them with something good. It may make it hard for you to just plan for them. And you might be the type of person that's really accommodating in that department. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know, it's the holidays right now. Christmas is what, 5 days and shit? It's the 20th, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you don't want to feel like I don't know what to buy this mother. I don't know what he like. I don't know what she like. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. This. All right.
You have a call from.
All right. Yeah, you might not know what they like, or don't feel like you'll really hit the mark. You know, So that's when you probably have to look at the things that they already have and try to figure it out that way or whatever. And maybe you have figured it out, or maybe you do feel like you know them to a certain extent, but you know that there's so much more. This it's like knowing what a car looks like, but you don't understand what's going on under under that hood with the engine, the transmission.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know how it works.
That's a good analogy, and it's crazy that's a really good analogy. So oddly enough, I've grown into being able to express my emotions, even when it's uncomfortable, well, sometimes. And then the guy that I'm dating, and in the beginning of our relationship, I remember telling him, I feel like you could take me or leave me because as intense of a personality that he has, he wasn't showing emotion.
Mm.
So it was like I couldn't read how much he liked me or didn't like me. It's like I know, there's enough chemistry for us, for the back to be blown. But I mean, like, do you like me? And I had to say to myself, okay, this is what people were talking about in reverse when it came to me. Okay, I see. So it was like I was being given that example. It was like being thrown back at me. And that's definitely a life lesson. Definitely some self-assessment that had to go on there.
Okay. Yeah. So what was the end game of that situation for you?
What do you mean?
Okay. So you were saying that well, the situation that you were just explaining, right? Like,
Yeah, when I told him I couldn't, sometimes he act like he could take me or leave me.
yeah. Did he make any adjustments? Did he do anything?
Not
like,
immediately.
okay.
It wasn't immediate.
But okay.
But I understand because that's something that I've done. I understand keeping your cards close to your chest. So it's not like, oh, you profess your love, but there's a mental adjustment that has to happen. Even with the title, no love, no hate. Love and hate are both very strong emotions. And to love or to hate, there's a vulnerability that has to happen there. And so I know enough about myself now to know that it was trust and me being afraid to be vulnerable. So I have to give somebody else, especially if I'm really interested in you and I'm really feeling you, now I have to give you the grace and the space to be able to show what it is that I need you to show.
Mm-hmm.
But it was important for me to put it out there like, hey, I don't know if you could take me or leave me, so that he knew that, I wanted to know that, and he can do with that as what he wanted to do. I mean, we're still together, so he did what he was supposed to do. And it didn't have to be anything grand, but it did have to be something.
Hey,
sometimes there's things that need to be said.
Listen, sometimes people have to throw you a bone. Look, we're going to eat every day. Sometimes you need the meal prepared the way that you like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. That's all. And I mean, that's not a lot to ask. It's not. That's not a lot to ask because, like I said, when you don't know how somebody feels about you, or you don't know how they feel about somebody else that's close to you, or just the world in general, yeah, I mean, you don't feel like you know a person, and you may need to know a person in order to get comfortable. And there's nothing wrong with admitting that you're not comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with trying to get as comfortable as possible. There isn't a living thing in this world that doesn't seek comfort. Nothing. You look at what human beings are so arrogant. We we domesticate, quote unquote, we domesticate animals, bring them home, cage them up, trap them, feed them. And just because we pet them and whatever, we take credit for giving them a good home. Totally ignoring their natural habitat instincts. You know what I'm saying? Like, teaching them to go to the bathroom outside instead of in the house when they go by their nose. Like, yo, it smells like I should shit and piss right here.
Right.
But, I'm going to get the newspaper or, you know what I mean? Or I won't get no food because I'm going to be out of the house if I shit here. You know what I'm saying? And here you are raising your voice like I can understand what the fuck you talking about. You know what I mean? Well, one thing is for sure, you're giving me emotions. I got that, So, and the reason I bring that up is that, sometimes we take for granted that the way that we deal with people is the best way. And we don't always ask for permission to proceed. We don't always ask about the results of the things that we've done. Sometimes we just want to assume that we've done the right thing. Oh, you've heard people say, "Oh, this shit I've done for you." Mm-hmm. And the other person might be thinking, "I ain't want none of that shit." And then they get another diss. Oh, so just because you ain't asked for it, that don't take away from the fact that blah, 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 blah. Like, how could you even say some shit like that? Well, I never asked you. Well, how about I didn't ask you for it because I didn't want it. And it wasn't necessary for me to have it. You wanted me to have it so bad. And here you are cheering yourself on because I'm not cheering you on. It's a communication breakdown that that on the surface looks like it should be easily solved. But there are so many emotions involved in this shit, and we get caught up. We get caught up in our own shit. So dealing with somebody who doesn't give you anything or doesn't give you nearly enough of what you need. And then, the expectation may be that you're going to go longer and longer without the thing that you needed in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah? Well, where they do that, as they say in the old country.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for letting me share a little bit. I know that other sister was trying to get on, or she's still trying to get on the line, or what. So I'm going to go ahead and make my exit, and hopefully she'll be able to get through and whatever else.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in. Please don't hesitate to do so in the future, the near future. All right. So, all right. You have a good day.
All right. Bye.
Kim's Whims, what's good?
You're supposed to give me a chance to speak to the son.
Oh, well, I didn't tell you not to. I didn't know she was going to get off. I didn't know she was going to get off after that. You know what I mean? We're having some, anyway, what's going on?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Chad. Hey, family. Hey, Gator. All those people. So fill me in, because I got half of what the conversation was, and then as you guys were talking more, I'm like, I don't know if I understand what this topic is about today.
Well, the topic is called...
So bring me to it, please.
The show is called No Love, No Hate, No Nothing. So we're talking about people who don't show their emotions nearly at all. So even if they do show some, maybe it's not enough for you. Like you're not getting the information that you may need, and it may be having an effect on your ability to build something with them because it's highlighting the lack of trust that you can have for them. Like, how can you trust somebody that won't give you a chance to know them? So we're talking about all my poker face people, All my cards close to the vest people. All my, man, I ain't telling you, and I ain't telling no therapist either. You figure it out.
So just those people specifically who are like that, period, not that something has changed in how they relate to others and how they deal with people, but people who are just like that, period, with everyone.
Well, I don't know if people who are like that with everyone. I think that everybody has somebody that they will let certain things out with. Like, I might not tell you this set of secrets, but I might tell that person this set of secrets. But I might not tell that person the set of secrets that I tell you. You know what I mean? And it doesn't necessarily, there's a difference between something being secret and something being private. But nonetheless, whether it's secret or whether it's private, it belongs to you, and you decide where and with whom you want to distribute them to. So when you're dealing with somebody that's close to you, or feels like they are, or feels like they want or wants to get closer to you, but you may not be resistant to them, but you may have built up this type of demeanor to whereas you don't give a lot as far as what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Now, of course, there are ways to get it out of you. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about before, like if you maybe see a mouse or a big bug or something like that. All right, we got fear. All right, we know what they're afraid of, but that doesn't help us with conversation. You understand what I mean?
I do.
Okay.
It's funny this conversation comes up at this time because I kind of dealing with that kind of situation, but I'm the person. I'm the person. And of course it reminds me of the end of the relationship with the ex. Because it was something he said in there about me becoming closed off, where he just couldn't reach me anymore. And it was like I didn't trust him or anything, that kind of thing. And it wasn't that I didn't. Well, I guess it was I didn't trust him. And it wasn't trust like, oh, I think he's cheating or anything like that. It was, now it's my turn to have a need. And your response is not what I need it to be. So I just don't tell you anything. And to him, I had become closed off. And I just knew, like, it's time for us to be done. Because I'm not in a good space for us. So here, let me close this chapter out right now before it becomes toxic, volatile. And I guess I do that unconsciously with people when something shifts in our relationship. And that's just across the board, period. I don't care who it is. When there's a shift, I shift. I give you whatever you open the door for me to give you. So I say that because just Thursday, I was, it's been a rough week. I told you last time, something is happening and I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it. I can't put a finger on it. I don't know if it's sad going on, if it's depression going on, if it's a change in weather, if it's perimenopause, if it's just stress from everything happening in my world. I don't know what it is, but something is happening. And honestly, a friend she was like, hey, whatever she was saying, she was like, well, what's going on? Just got you, feeling like blah, blah, blah. And without thinking, because she's somebody who was in my friend circle but she has been moved to a different level. That's a negative way. I try to be mindful of what I say to her, but without thinking, because I was in the moment, I start telling her, and this heifer turns the television up as I'm speaking to her, and I'm like, oh, you bitch. I bet y'all don't tell your ass nothing now. I wish I hadn't told you this is what I'm thinking to myself. I just got off the phone with her to avoid calling her a bitch, to avoid snapping. I just got off the telephone with her. Because I don't hate her, and I still care enough about her to protect her.
Yeah.
I just got off the phone. But it bothered me so much that yesterday it took a toll on me. So when my close friend asked me, hey, what's going on? You a little cranky today, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'm mad at myself because I told so my business and I didn't mean to. And her reaction, and this is the reason why I don't tell her anything and talk to her, and this is why I don't tell nobody shit, blah, blah, blah. It was all of that.
Okay.
And my friend was like, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah, I don't think you should either.
Cutting somebody off. But you do that. Her response, but you do that.
Well, see.
And I don't cut them off a little bit. I cut them off until I cut them off completely.
Now, the difference in what you're talking about and what we're talking about is you've shown your hand or you've shown your emotions before. We're talking about somebody who, like, you don't know where they coming from. You know what I mean? Like, think about somebody who's poker face most of the time.
But some people think I'm like that, which I don't understand. But there are some people who think I'm like that. And I try to think of why. And I get it. Like, there are certain people in my circle who feel like I'm only open to people who I'm close to. And I don't think it's true, but maybe it's something people see in me that I don't see. Because I don't think I have a poker face. I think I'm an open book. But others think I'm not. There are a lot of people around me who feel like I am that person. Mm-hmm. I don't get it. And maybe I am. Maybe I am because I do. When I walk in a room and it's all of my people, I'm very social. But I don't like people. That's the honest truth. Mm-hmm. I'm social, but I don't like people. And I'm only open, I guess, that open with people I feel comfortable with. But it doesn't stop me. Like, I'm not stone faced. I'm not where I'm just off-putting or anything. At least I don't think I am. But there are people who have known me for years who are like, I don't know anything about you. And I'm like, what crack do you use? Because how do you not? And some of their comparisons they go to, which is dumb to me, but they go to, well, I don't even know you on social media because you don't say this and you don't this and you don't that. And I'm like, because I'm grown and I don't have to put out my business on social media because that's not for the fucking world. So I don't know. Is it sometimes maybe a misunderstanding that people view others like that? Is there a possibility that that's what it is, a perception?
It's hard for me to believe that, and I'm not saying you're lying, but it's hard for me to believe that people could think that you don't have like emotions or whatever. Like, unless you're like a totally different person in person. Like, I'm like, what? Talking about?
How long have you known me to ever believe that would be the case? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the same person I've always been. That's the thing. There's never been a persona. Just like you've always been the same person. So that's hard for me to believe too when people say that, but I don't I don't know what they're seeing. That's why I'm like, is it their perception? Are they missing something, or am I presenting a certain way that I don't recognize? Because I think I'm an open book. Yes, I do have to get comfortable. That's true. For me to open up a little more, a little more, a little more about specific things. There's a lot of people in my life outside of the everyday life who don't know what's going on with my son. And the people on here know more about it than those people. So maybe that's it. Because with those people I don't tell as much to, I don't expose much information to. And maybe that's why they feel like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, is it sometimes perception? Is it the perception the other person has? Or is it really that you don't even recognize yourself, that you are separating people? And some of it is, I know for me, some of it is because I gave you one time to make me feel like I need to reject your ass, and that's what I'm going to do after that, like my friend says. And I do it unconsciously, but it's just how I am, I guess. If I start cutting you off, I just cut you off a little more, a little more, a little more until I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
And you're nobody to me. So.
Yeah, that might be a little bit different than what we're talking about, because you're reacting to, you're giving a response to something that happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas they may have had that coming. And not only that, but they may even know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. They just don't appreciate it. You know, when we're talking about what we're talking about, the person that you're dealing with, or the person that's dealing with you, may not know. You may not know why a person is the way that they are. You may not understand their hesitation, or their reluctance to share information, or let's just say share information, because giving somebody your emotions or telling somebody something is still sharing information. Information doesn't necessarily have to be what somebody did. It can be how they react, or it can be how they feel. It's still information, because it's something that you can use as a tool to get to know a person. And the people that you're dealing with, I'm not so sure that they feel like they don't know you. They just may not feel like they can control you in certain situations, and they may resent it because maybe they don't feel like they deserve the treatment that you're giving them because of the situation. I can't speak on that, because only you know exactly how that went. You and they know, that's all. But, you know, like picture this being a new situation. And let's say you were dealing with some dude, and you know, it's not like he hasn't expressed that he likes you, or feels a way towards you, but maybe there are other things in the world that are a big mystery to you. Like, you know how you can kind of tell in somebody's spirit. Maybe you can see it in their eyes. You can hear it in their voice that they've been through some shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But they might have a stone cold refusal to talk about any of that shit. Or you see some you may witness situations that you know may apply to them in some type of way, and they just find a way to blow it off, like, And you know there's something else going on. You know what I mean? So, okay, I'll give you an example. You ever hear somebody talk about their other mother? I have never seen an other mother's situation that was totally clean. Because when people are talking about their other mother, they're not normally talking about their grandparents or their auntie or something. I've known people who would talk about their other mother, and they're literally talking about their stepmom or some dude or some chick that their dad used to mess around with, that used to hook them up with shit. You know what I mean? And they found a way to get close to them, even though they may have witnessed a situation where their dad was straight up cheating, and they witnessed their mom go through it with they pops. but somehow they were benefiting from the situation, so they sort of just took it on the chin, or they may have gone through the shit emotionally too, because they felt like they were being put in the middle. Yeah, I have my mother who's treating me good, and I have this other lady who my dad is messing around with, who he has instructed or I knew not to tell my mom about. You understand what I mean? So so when they talk about, when they just casually mention like, yeah, my other mom, blah 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 blah, and they just gloss over it. Like when you hear other mom, you like, what you got? What you mean? What do you mean your other mom? And you know, they might explain it to you, but they explain it to you in a way that's so matter of factly, and you like, that's amazing that you have the ability to just explain a situation like you were just telling me how to make a paper airplane. You know what I'm saying? But you know that there's something there. You know what I mean? So yeah. So imagine you dealing with a dude that does the other mother thing. And he does the other mother thing with a lot of things that you know are important in the world. Like, and these might be things that might hinge on your decision about whether to have a future with the boy. Like, you ain't gonna be other mothering me through, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be other mothering me through life. No.
You know, these kind of conversations always make me look at myself, and because I can hear, like, new relationships say our other mother, I guess if that's the term we're using, our other mother, them. And I guess I did, I don't know. Maybe I do, because, you know, I've always been a repeat offender. Because I've always dated the same people over and over, because I know them, you know. I've known them forever, so that's why it's easy, but anybody new is different. And I guess maybe I do that, because they haven't gotten anywhere. So, that's what's up. Might need to do some self-reflection there.
Yo, Kim, you gotta stop other mothering these niggas. You other mothering these niggas. But no.
But isn't that because you don't know the person? Isn't it?
Well,
isn't everybody like that.
Okay.
You don't know people.
Okay.
Getting to know them.
Oh, it could be because you don't know the other person, but at the same time, you're watching somebody, like getting to know a person is essential to any serious relationship, because you have to get to know a person so you'll know if you can trust them. Trust them with your kids. Trust them with your heart. Trust them with your life. You know what I mean? You have to be able to get to know them at least at a level enough for you to get, you know, to trust them, to get comfortable with them, to be able to make moves with them. You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna leave somebody, like, how you gonna get involved with somebody that you wouldn't trust to leave inside your house? They'd be like, you know how, I hate to go back to pets again, but fuck it. Leave an untrained dog in your house for a few hours.
Nope.
See what happens.
Nope.
Any animal, because they're gonna try to get the fuck out. And in the midst of shit, they tearing shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to escape. That's a dog, cat, raccoon, squirrel. You know what I mean? They're gonna tear some shit up, trying to get to a place where they are more familiar and comfortable. So,
oh God.
So you don't want to deal with a whole human being that you couldn't leave in your crib. So if they're not giving you enough pertinent information for you to feel comfortable leaving in the crib, like I can't go around to the corner I can't go around the corner to get my suit out of the cleaners with this chick in the crib or this dude in the crib. You know what I mean? He fucking break my windows and he could have just opened the door. Hold on, get this fucking shit straight. You broke my fucking window and climbed out? Why? Well, I was scared. You left me in the house by myself and I couldn't get out. Why you go through the door? The key was in the door. I didn't know if it was okay to unlock it. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. But anyway. Anyway, you gotta now you on your way to Home Depot to get some plastic and shit and try to get this window fixed. But on some real shit. On some real shit. You know, when you're dealing with somebody that seems to be hell bent on not, it's their perspective on life. It's more than how they may deal with you, because they may be giving you enough personally or romantically for you to be okay. But you know what I mean? I imagine some serial killers, some pedophiles, some granny porn watching ass niggas have been pretty good boyfriends. You know what I mean?
Granny porn.
Hey, wait a minute. Well, wait a minute, because you all right, but you know, some people think granny porn is taboo. I'm like, they grown though. They grown. This is a
with serial killers. What?
Listen, you ain't gonna tell me that you fucking with somebody that loves granny porn and you don't think they a weirdo. You know what I mean? That is definitely a counterculture.
Oh, indeed they are.
Granny porn, midget porn. Yeah, come on now. What we doing? This sideshow. This. Shout out to all y'all granny porn watchers out there. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. One thing about granny porn, that shit is like a train wreck. You going to watch that shit like what the fuck? Like I was going to cut this shit off.
Why are you talking about it like it exists?
It does.
You know.
It does exist. Go on Pornhub and see if you'll see the granny porn tab. Shit. Pornhub got it all. They got it all. Listen, it exists. Midget porn, granny porn, this over 7 foot tall porn. They got everything. Shit is a fucking it's a fucking smorgasbord. People got fetishes out here, Kim.
What is happening in this life? What is going on?
You think that's bad? I've seen for carpenters and contractors, I've seen 2x3, 2x4, 4x6, and furry strip porn. They got everything. They got everything. It is what it is. Now,
Oh my God.
I don't watch porn online, but I know about it. You know what I mean?
What? So what you said is you still got a VCR?
That's right. DVDs. My DVD man used to hook me up 3 for $10, baby. 3 for $10. Think he didn't? I never bought no regular movies off the DVD man. Like, yo, you got that smut? Give me the smut. You know what I mean? Let me get 2x3 and 2x4, 2x3 and 2x4 furry strip volume 47. You know what I'm saying? Look, give me that. I need that.
Oh my God!
I need that.
You know what? What's funny?
Hey, like
My friend's neighbor has been trying to talk to me for years when I was in a relationship. And so when I became single, he shot his shot. I remember going out there stacks and stacks of porn.
yeah. Yeah, if you a porn collector, that's something you should keep in the tuck for a good while, even though it's gonna come out fast as fuck.
And I was like, I'm out of here. And it's not because he likes porn, but it's because this nigga still put DVDs.
Nah. If he got hundreds and hundreds of tapes, yeah, because. Yeah, that's too dark of a place. You know what I'm saying? Sexually, that's too dark of a place. It's going to come out in other ways.
I can see how you can relate it now, because all I was thinking was, I got to get the hell out of here. And I'm glad I told people where I'm at, because I don't trust him. He's probably going to kill me in my sleep. So, ooh, boy. But he did have granny porn, I don't know.
Look, like my DVD man, 3 for 10. He had the good shit. Them shits was nice and clear. You ain't never see this. Remember how I used to get the DVDs? This is copyright protected. Blah blah. Whatever that message used to say at the bottom. Nah, not on the porn shit. Not on the porn shit. That shit was clean. That shit was clean as hell.
Ooh, my goodness.
HD, SD, whatever you needed. But yeah, just, when you're dealing with somebody that just is not giving you enough. That's not that they're not giving you anything, but they're not giving you enough. And it's hard to deal with somebody who secretly has a perspective on life. All right, you know what? I got something for you. Let's say you're dealing with somebody that is a great guy in just about all aspects, and this motherfucker is secretly a Trump supporter. So let's say he does shit like this. He see you complaining about, what's going on in this administration and the government and all of this, and he just sort of be like, yeah, it's bad out here. This is messed up. And he ain't saying shit else. He ain't elaborating. He ain't looking for this conversation. And you looking for the conversation like, yo, so what you think about this shit that happened, blah, 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 blah. And he's searching for a way not to, not to get into this with you because, he voted 45, 47.
Later, he's a Trump supporter.
He voted 45, 47 and going for 48. So.
Yeah, we might have a little bit of issue.
So, yeah. So if a person practices good at it, but it probably won't be good for you.
Yeah.
So.
We walk among those people every day, though.
We do.
We work with them every day. We work for them every day.
Mm-hmm.
They cash our checks. They watch our children. They prepare our food.
Facts. Facts. But most people
And to your comment, I do believe some of those people are the people who are low-level serial killers or
granny porn watchers.
Have some deeply rooted secrets that are alarming.
Yeah. So yeah, it can get sticky. It can get tough. It can really be tough for some people. Well, when you're dealing with the person that doesn't show any emotions, it can be tough for you. And and we don't even know the perspective of the person who's not saying anything because they have their own reasons for, clamming up. They got their own reasons. And and a lot of that shit is left to speculation. Could it be something that happened to them before? Could it be, because it's not like they're dysfunctional. They're not dysfunctional in the way of not being able to integrate themselves into society or whatever. And it's not like they can't carry on conversations. It's just that it's hard for you to get like a real gauge on where their passion lies or what they really care about. Even though it may come out in some ways, like I said, being scared of a mouse or a bug or something, whatever, loud noises, thunder, going over a bridge. But you may have to catch them in real time in certain situations in order to get certain information out of them. And you might not appreciate that. And that's the real issue. So this is what we're going to do. The Eagles game is coming on now. And we're going to do these
I know what this is.
first, we going to do the poll question, and then we're going to do these birthday shout outs, and then we go bye-bye. That's how that's going to happen. All right. Does it irritate you when someone hides their emotions or makes it too hard to read them? 41% said yes, it makes it harder to know them. And 26% said no, they show what they want to show. And 30% says a little, but I figured them out. And 4% says I wish I could be more like them. Interesting. I'm surprised that only one person said, I wish I could be more like them.
Because who would want to be? Gosh, that just sounds miserable.
Well, I don't know if you've ever felt this way, but a lot of people feel this way. Like when they tell somebody, they immediately regret telling them. It could be because they think
had that happen Thursday.
Right. But imagine doing that every time you tell somebody something because you don't trust anybody to delicately handle handle information that you give them. So time after time, they wish and they try to practice. I'm not going to tell nobody nothing no more. I'm not going to tell nobody nothing no more. I'm not going to tell nobody nothing no more. I'm not going to tell nobody nothing no more. I'm not going to tell nobody nothing no more. And they
that has to be miserable to feel like that.
It does. It does. But
so why would somebody want to reach to be like that?
Because it may be harder for them to feel like they would rather be able to not tell anybody anything and deal with it in their own way than to not be able to feel like they're not able to trust anybody, so they have to keep it in anyway, or they have to give information knowing that it's going to come back to bite them in the ass. It's like going to the owner of your business or your going to management and be like, I really don't care if this business makes any money, and I'm not going to be coming here on time, and I'm going to call out on days when I'm not sick or I'm going to use these sick days as my PTO. Like that's how it feels. You know what I'm saying? Like like going in and purging yourself. So yeah. I can understand how a person would feel that way because I've heard enough people say it. Like, yo, I'm not gonna tell. I ain't gonna be telling nobody nothing else. It's just gonna be me and God from here on out. That's it. Me and God. I get it. I mean, sometimes that's an irrational response to, what they're going through. But when you're going through it, you're going through it. And can't nobody tell you how to go through something, especially if they're not the one helping you out of it, or if they're the ones that actually are putting you in the position to feel that way.
Okay, fair enough.
All righty. Well, I want to thank you for calling in. I appreciate you as usual. So thanks for last night. Thanks for this afternoon. All right.
Yes. Have a good one. Peace, son.
All right.
See you tomorrow. Everybody stay safe.
Okay. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious December 20th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Italia Lopez. And also, well, I guess if she's Hispanic, then it's No, it's still right. It's Italian. And also Sharita Benson, Yashika Harmon, and last but not least, Tamara Green. I'm going to send a posthumous birthday shout out to my late great uncle Kerry Games. This was his birthday, and he passed. This is his second birthday without us. He passed in March of 2024. That was my man though. That, you know what I mean? I really miss him. And he would have been 68 today. How about that? So rest in peace, Unc. Do your thing. Do your thing universally. All right. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious December 20th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, yo, man, sometimes when people keep their cards too close to their vest, it's just too hard to get close to them. It's too hard to trust them. It's too hard to make moves with them. It's too hard to get comfortable with them. And who would you want to be around who you cannot be comfortable with? Now, of course, there are going to be some fools who listen to this shit and that are always on some contrarian shit. They're going to say, well, ain't nobody here living for you, and they ain't gotta make everything like a bed for you to get all comfortable. Okay, well, that's good for you. That's not good enough for me. And comfort comes in a lot of different forms. So if I can't be comfortable around you, then I don't need to be around you. Let you get comfortable with somebody else and let somebody else get comfortable around you. Particularly in a position where you are romantically involved with somebody. If they're not willing to make a few adjustments so that you can get a little bit closer to them or make them feel a little bit better or satisfy them at least a little bit, then what are you here for? What the hell are we fighting for? But anyway, I want to thank all of y'all for coming through. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. for another Urban Therapy with Sun show. So make sure y'all come on through. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out, please. I said, please. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Man, y'all be good. Be careful as well. Go Eagles. Peace.